Join us in welcoming the Come Together Compass.
Every heartbeat tells a story, a silent rhythm, strong and true. But silence helps one hear the call. Your voice can break down every wall. You're not alone in the fight. We're stand beside you, shining light. Never shut up. Silence helps no one. Raise your voice, lift another until the battle's won. We stand together, stronger than before. Heroes rise when we speak out loud forevermore. Every word's a beacon, shining bright and true, for all the world to see what we can do. Never shut up, speak out loud. We stand together, together.
So today we begin a mission bigger than any one of us. A mission rooted in compassion, courage, and the belief that people deserve more than applause. They deserve support that lasts. The Come Together Compass is not just for one group. It's for everyone. You, me, your parents, your coworkers, your neighbors, even the person across the street you've never met. Every one of us faces moments when life has become overwhelming. Moments when we need direction, connection, and support. The compass exists to guide us through these moments. A compass always points us towards what matters. The Come Together Compass points us towards 4 major directions of care, of hope, and of support. When the compass points north, we're talking about physical needs. When it points east, we're focusing on emotional needs. When the compass is pointing south, we're talking about social needs. And when the When the compass points south, we're focusing on social needs. And west takes us to the purpose and direction. Look, each direction represents a path towards healing. Each direction is supported by real stories happening across our communities and across our globe. And each direction is designed to meet people exactly where they are. Now, before I go on any further, we did build a little video that explains a little bit about the compass and the directions. So what we're going to do before we continue is play this video, and then we're going to come back and talk about the wonderful students at Arizona State University.
Life hits fast. Crisis doesn't wait. And too many families face hardship alone. But what if one community, one movement, could guide people from crisis to stability and finally home? The Come Together Compass was created for one reason. No one should face hardship alone. Families are overwhelmed. Nonprofits are stretched thin. Businesses want to help but don't know where to start. Resources exist, but they're scattered, confusing, and hard to access. The purpose of the Come Together Compass is simple: to guide people from crisis to stability by uniting the community around them. The compass removes confusion, connects families to real help, gives businesses a meaningful way to give back, and builds a culture where compassion is the norm. At the heart of the compass is a belief. When we work together, we guide people home. Home isn't just a place. It's safety. It's support. It's knowing someone cares enough to walk with you through the storm. The North Pillar is physical needs, providing real, immediate help. Food, clothing, household essentials, transportation, emergency resources. When crisis hits, people don't need a maze. They need a map. The compass gives them a clear path to support. The East Pillar is emotional needs, because hardship isn't just physical. People need connection, encouragement, and strength. The compass offers peer support, check-ins, and mental wellness resources. Help that feels human, not transactional. The South Pillar is community connection, building long-term stability. The compass links families to nonprofits, business partners, volunteers, and community events. This is how crisis becomes stability, and stability becomes empowerment. And the West Pillar is the promise of the compass, the commitment that no one will be left behind. Every family will be met with dignity. Every partner will be valued. Every act of kindness will guide someone closer to home. The compass serves families and individuals facing hardship, nonprofits who want to collaborate, businesses who want to give back, donors and volunteers who want to make a real impact. The compass matters because people are struggling silently, because resources are scattered, because good people want to help but don't know where to start, because community should mean something. This is more than a program. It is a beacon, a guide, a promise. Join the movement, support a family, partner with the compass. Help us guide people home.
On a quiet Wednesday night, when the veil between questions and answers grows thin, one woman steps forward with a deck full of truth. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the pACT Podcasting Networks welcome back the incomparable Lynn Sabulski, our giving partner, our guide, our teller of stories written in the cards. If you've got a question, let your fingers summon it. Type it into the chat and watch Lynn work her magic, asking the cards to speak with clarity, compassion, and just a hint of mischief. And if you want even more insight, you can find Lynn through Community Pay It Forward, where every reading helps support a mission you love. This Wednesday, step into the circle. The cards are waiting.
Okay, well, we're back. Okay, as I mentioned, this is the third time I've tried to record this show today. I do want to apologize to everyone who watched the first video. I didn't realize how unorganized that video was. And I do apologize because I think I may have done more damage than I did good when it came to explaining the compass. So I'm hoping that we are taking and we can rectify that by simply going through this and making it a little clearer on the plan, the procedures, and what we need to do. The first thing I want to do is I want to bring your attention to this QR code above my shoulder. That QR code is there to help us build the compass. And for right now, every dollar you donate, you get your name entered in to a giveaway for this wonderful blanket that was donated by our friends and compass participants, Dignified Dementia. This is such a wonderful embroidered blanket. It is one of the softest. It's got this fur-lined, fleece-lined inside. It is just so soft. I would take it out to show you, but the only way I'd be able to show you is to put it on my shoulders. And if I put it on my shoulders, I'm going to fall asleep and I'm not going to give away the blanket. So instead, I'm going to make sure that you just, that somebody walks away with this when we do the drawing. We need to raise at least $150. And when we do that, we will draw names and give away a couple other things, a couple books and a couple other prizes. And the grand prize is somebody's going to walk away with that blanket. So please scan the QR code, make a donation. $5, $10, whatever. An in-kind donation. Every time you donate $1, it goes as a spin on the Wheel of Giving. So I want to thank Dignified Dementia for your support. I also want to give support, thanks for the support to Joel White of Rewired for Men, to Mr. Z of Z World Webs and Z World Cares, and to Scott O'Sullivan and Ryder Justice. Thank you three so very much for your continued support throughout the years and what you're doing. Les Simpson, I appreciate your assistance and your participation in everything. I also want to bring up that Lynn is joining us the third Wednesday of every month, which is tomorrow at the time of this recording. So join us tomorrow night at 8 PM East, and you can have your tarot read by simply typing your questions in the chat of any of our social media outlets. So we're going to continue now and talk about another group that I need to dedicate much gratitude to. And that's the Arizona State University students. And before we explore each direction any further, I just want to share something special. Students from Arizona State University partnered with Community Pay It Forward to help us build the Come Together Compass. They brought fresh ideas. They brought research and a deep commitment to helping people find support easier. They studied the challenges everyday people face, from financial stress to burnout, from loneliness to navigating healthcare. They helped us map resources, design user experiences, and visualize what the compass can become. What you're about to see is not the finished product, not even close. It's a snapshot of where the compass is right this moment. Thank you for I just want to thank them for their very hard work and creativity and all of their input. Their input has been so valuable. And I ask for you to join me and watch this very short video on where the compass is at right this moment. Once again, this is not a finished project. It's not even close. But this is from the students at Arizona State University.
Hi everyone, this is Tyler Thompson at ASU Poly. I'm here to talk to you about our project so far that we're really excited about. So what we have here is called the Come Together Compass. This is the product we're currently developing, of course. So I'd like to show you around and see kind of what the idea of the product is and how we think it can help people that are in need. So right now on the side here, as you can see, these are just sample locations, but the idea is that we're going to have these resources with our partners, where if you are struggling with something or you need help or need assistance, you can come on the compass and find somewhere or something that can help you. And the idea of that is multifaceted. It's this map, it's the resources provided, and it's also a chatbot functionality, which we'll show you in just a second. But for right now, I'll just show you what the idea of it is. So I'm around here, and let's say that maybe at ASU Poly they have some sort of event for people in need. So you can click on here and it'll focus up on the map. It's just like Google Maps, basically. But if you click on it, you'll see the information about it. The idea is that we have the partners on the side and they have certain, let's say it's like an event or something to that nature where they can put on the map. And then you can see the information here. You can go to their website, you can see a description of it. We're also going to want to implement a video functionality. So if you click on it, it'll go to a YouTube video that the sponsor has recorded as well. But right now you can just get directions straight from Google Maps. And yeah, that's kind of the idea of the map section, where you can see kind of resources around you in a natural Google Maps way, or in a navigational way in general. And then you can see resources that you need. With this chatbot functionality down here, their name is Chatty. It's just examples for people who have need grounding techniques or breathing exercises. For example, if I type grounding techniques, it'll run through some techniques. Like I said, this is a very basic chatbot functionality right now. We're actually in contact with counseling resources at ASU that can help us flesh out this chatbot a little bit more and maybe give it a bit more features. But the idea of it is, it's not a medical chatbot. It's not AI or anything like that. It's a very simple chatbot that somebody can come here, and if they just need breathing exercises or grounding techniques, they can get it. If there's something more at play, or if there's a crisis situation, we want to be able to forward them to people that can help them. So this is kind of a way to get people the help they need, even if it's just like the smallest bit of help. That's always super helpful. So that's the idea behind the chatbot. So yeah, that's the functionality of the front end for users. How they would interact with this website is through this map functionality as well as a chatbot. It's all developed using open source technology, which is great because we would want to be able to have other people, even in other countries, be able to take this technology and use it wherever they have. So that's just kind of what's great about open source technology in general, but I won't go too much into it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you like what we are making so far, and yeah, thank you.
Today, I want to shine a light on an organization doing truly beautiful work, Dignify Dementia. Their mission is simple, powerful, and deeply needed. They help families navigate the challenges of dementia with dignity, compassion, and real-world support. They understand that dementia doesn't just affect one person, it affects entire families, and they step in with resources, education, and comfort to make sure no one walks that journey alone. And in the spirit of comfort, connection, and care, Dignified Dementia has donated something incredibly special to support the Come Together Compass, a beautifully stitched fur-lined blanket. This blanket isn't just warm, it represents the comfort we all deserve. It represents the support we all need, and it represents the kindness that keeps our community strong. Every dollar donated gets your name on the wheel of giving. $1, 1 spot. $5, 5 spots. Every donation helps us continue building the Come Together Compass, a system designed to guide families, veterans, and neighbors to the help they need when they need it most. And yes, one lucky supporter is going home with this incredible blanket from Dignify Dementia. This event runs through April 1st, and every contribution brings us one step closer to making sure no one faces crisis alone. Dignified Dementia stepped up with comfort. Now we're asking you to step up with support. Together, we can build a community where compassion isn't just a word, it's an action. And the Come Together Compass makes that possible.
Again, I want to thank Dignify Dementia, and I also want to thank the ASU team for all that you're doing. Your dedication is helping us build a tool that will guide people toward hope, healing, and connection. As the first video discussed, we've got the 4 directions that every compass has: north, east, south, and west. Each one is pointing people towards the healing program or process that they need. And if they're looking for physical needs, if they're looking for something, say, let me ask you this question. Have you ever been in a situation where you really needed something, but you can't afford to go out and get it? Like, oh, I don't know, let's say a couch. Or on the other hand, have you ever had something that still had a lot of good life in it, but the wife wanted the new couch and you were sitting there going, well, God, I don't want to just throw this one away. It's still got so much life in it. Selling it's kind of a pain in the butt. But I don't know where to get started, so I guess we'll just send it to the landfill. Well, we've got a better idea. When the compass faces north, it helps people with these physical needs. It'll allow a connection between those who need help and those who have help. It puts them together and it makes actions happen. Physical needs are the foundation of well-being. If the body's hurting, exhausted, or overwhelmed, everything else becomes harder. And this affects everyone. A single parent working 2 jobs, who can't afford to miss a shift, someone recovering from surgery, I'm about there, who doesn't know where to find the support. A person dealing with chronic pain but overwhelmed by the healthcare system. That's very easy to do. A family struggling to afford healthy food or safe housing. A recent report highlighted a breakthrough therapy helping people manage trauma-related physical symptoms with up to 90% showing improvement. Another story describes someone who said their stress lived in their body, in their sleep, their muscles, and their heartbeat. Physical healing and emotional healing are inseparable. Goals of the North direction: reduce physical strain on individuals and families, increase access to trauma-informed medical care. It supports recovery from injuries, chronic stress, and exhaustion, ensures access to safe housing, nutrition, rest, and medical support. Now, how does the compass support the North direction? Well, the compass will map local clinics, treatment centers, supportive providers, and recovery resources. It'll also offer people a chance to say, we have a couch for a family in need. Or a family in need can go on there and they can find the person with the couch. And we've got suggestions on what you should do to protect yourself and protect others. I highly suggest you heed those warnings because we don't want anybody to get hurt in this very, very simple way to support each other, be generous to each other. The last thing we want to do is make this a dangerous position. Look, it'll offer step-by-step guidance on what to expect for treatment, how to prepare, how to follow it up. It'll connect families to housing, support transportation, and nutrition services. Physical healing is not optional. It's the foundation of everything else. When the compass points north, we commit to making sure no one suffers alone in their body. Our next direction is east, which manages emotional needs. Emotional wounds are often the deepest and most invisible, and they affect all of us. Someone going through a breakup, a divorce, a teenager struggling with anxiety, and we all know they ought to stop calling it teenagers and just call it anxiety meatbags, because that's what we are when we're teenagers. A caregiver overwhelmed by responsibility. That's something that we talked about with Jennifer Deserich on a recent interview with them from Dignified Dementia about how a caregiver is the one who has to sit there and try to maintain their own life while they're making your life better. It's a very difficult position to be in. A person grieving a loss. We've got people who are in our program to support people like this. Someone who feels like they can't talk about what they're going through. A new statewide peer-to-peer mental health network showed how powerful it is when people support each other through shared experiences. Joel White of Rewired for Men and myself are starting a men's group where men can come together as a peer group. We can talk to each other and we can talk amongst each other. Individuals can go into breakout rooms and they can say, you know what? I heard what you were saying. Can I offer a little advice to you? Or you can tell it in the big room when we're all together. You can talk about it in the big room. It's going to offer one-on-one, one-on-two, or multiple people reacting to different issues that men have. This is a mental health program. This is for all around men's health. So we're going to let you know a little bit more about that throughout the month of April when we begin in May. A 2025 report showed that repeated stress, not just trauma, increases the risk of depression, anxiety, and burnout. This isn't theory, it's reality. Goals of the East direction. Well, it's going to reduce stigma around mental health, provide access to trauma-informed counseling, expand peer-to-peer emotional support, ensure 24/7 availability of crisis and non-crisis emotional care. This is so important because just because you're not to a point where you're contemplating doing something drastic, you're not thinking about it, you're not trying to make end-of-life decisions or anything like that, it still doesn't mean that you're not having a problem. And if we can get to these problems before they become those larger steps, we can do so much better. How will the Compass support the East? Well, the Compass will list peer support groups, like we just did with Joel and our program. We'll also support and tell you about helplines, counseling programs, and emotional support platforms. It will help people choose between therapy, peer groups, or online resources. It will include real stories to reduce stigma and build trust. It'll guide families on how to support someone in emotional distress. Emotional wounds don't just show up on x-rays, but they are just as real and even more dangerous at times. When the compass points east, we commit to listening, supporting, and believing people. The compass will make emotional support accessible at any hour, on any day. Our next direction is south. And when you are looking south, you're looking at social connection. I say this often, and people in your social media feeds, you'll see these things where if I offer you this cabin and $1 million, can you stay secluded in this cabin for 6 years with no internet, no phone? And people always rush to, oh yes, oh you better, oh yeah, I could do that. No. There's a reason why solitary confinement is a punishment. And that's because we're social people. We need others. Yeah, every once in a while people are out there and people are able to, prefer to be alone a little bit. A lot of times these are not the most stable of people. And I don't want to generalize, and I guess I did a little bit there, but there's a lot of times that there's a little bit of instability in those individuals. So isolation is one of the greatest threats to well-being. It affects people in every stage of life. A college student far away from home, a new parent who feels disconnected, an older adult living alone, or living in a home. God, the horror stories of when I used to work in, and Adrienne worked for a retirement home as well, and some of the stories we are able to tell each other about how people would say, I wish our kids would come and see us. We don't ever get to see our kids. They're just heartbreaking. And then, you watch as these older people get sick and pass away, and know that loneliness had a lot to do with the reason why they just let go. Someone working long hours with no time for friends. A person who moved to a new city and hasn't found their community yet. Folks, I don't know if you've ever heard my story, but that is exactly why I started Community Pay It Forward. After my motorcycle accident, I knew that I was going to be okay. I got a large mouth. A lot of people knew me. A lot of people came to my aid, and I thank every single one of them every day. What would I have felt like if I woke up in that hospital room in a brand new area where I didn't know anyone? I wish I could lie to you and say that wasn't my first thought, but that was. What if I would have opened my eyes and no one was here for me? How bad would I have felt? A 2025 guide emphasized that people need community-based support. Not just clinical care. Connection is the heart of the South Direction. Goals of the South Direction? Well, they're like strengthening family support systems, building community networks, reduce isolation and loneliness, create opportunities for people to reconnect socially. Well, how is the Compass going to support the South Direction? Well, the Compass will map local support groups, meetups, doggy diner things. You can list these in your Compass to create community again. So it'll list support groups, family programs, community events, and peer gatherings. It'll help families find childcare, meal trains, transportation, and community support. It'll highlight volunteer opportunities and connect people to social groups, fitness communities, and recreational programs. Nobody should ever feel alone in their struggle. Connection is medicine. Community is healing. And when the Compass points south, we commit to building circles of support around everyone. I want to take a real quick moment to tell everybody and to ask everyone to please, if you would like to volunteer to help us as we build the Compass and continue to build Community Pay It Forward, we could desperately use your help. And especially right now, if you're somebody who understands the ins and outs of mobile applications, because our mobile app, unfortunately, has been taken off the Google store, and I need to understand why. I need your help. So volunteers, please.
Hey friends, I've been thinking, we all have our strengths, right? There are things I'm great at and things I'm definitely not great at. I can talk to anyone, anywhere, but ask me to add something to a website or an app. Yeah, that's where things get a little messy. Oops, I love speaking. I love sharing stories. But social media, all those hashtags, algorithms, trends, that's a jungle I still haven't mapped out. Now, coming up with ideas that bring people together, that's my sweet spot. But bookkeeping, let's just say numbers, and I have agreed to stay in separate corners. And you know what? That's okay, because someone out there is good at those things. And when we work together, that's when the magic happens. Community Pay It Forward has never been about one person. It's a program built by many to support even more. Every single one of us brings something special to the table. We all have talents that make us strong on our own. But imagine how powerful we become when we combine them. That's the heart of Community Pay It Forward. Your skills, my skills, our hearts, working side by side to make a real difference. So tell me, what are you good at? Let's discover it together. Visit communitypayitforward.us and join the movement.
So please, if you would like to volunteer, please reach out to me at Zach, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us. Once again, that's Zach, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us. I'd like to also once again remind you that please, if you take and you schedule with this QR code right here, if you donate with this QR code, not schedule, I guess, I'm sorry about that. But if you donate to that button right there, you have a chance to win that blanket. No, it's over this shoulder, sorry. That's right back there. The Dignified Dementia blanket. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blanket. And it can be yours. Somebody's going to win it. As soon as we raise $150, we're gonna spin the wheel of winning, and somebody's going to win that. So please scan the QR code, make a donation. $5 gets you 5 chances to win. $10 gets you 10 chances to win. 20, 50, 50. 37, you donate $37, you're going to get 37 chances. So please, the more you donate, the more chances you have. But I don't care if it's $5 or $10. What you're doing is helping us get the Come Together Compass out. If you're looking to volunteer, please, my name, Zach, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us. Simply go there, get a hold of me. You can also text me at 970-909-0751. That's 970-909-0751. Again, I plead with you to please text me before you call me. It is hard for me to answer the phones when I'm in a very, very busy location. So when you think of the West direction, we're hoping that soon you're going to think about purpose and direction. So let's head west, shall we? Many people, and I will attest to this very, very much. This is deep in my own memory banks. Many people lose their sense of purpose after major life changes. Retirement. I didn't know. I wasn't anywhere near retirement age when my accident happened. You don't think about these things until you do. And then they're forced upon you and you're like, oh my God. Life changes. A job loss. We've all been there. Empty nest. Oh, that one sucks. Burnout. A big move. A breakup. A dream that just didn't work out. I remember a dream that collapsed around me and it almost destroyed me. It almost changed me from who I am. Real close. We can help people soften these blows. There's going to be a little bit of kickback on them. We know there is. There's nothing that can be done about that. But we can soften these blows. An article described how technology is helping people navigate resources more efficiently, giving them back a sense of control and direction. That's exactly what the West direction is all about. Help people rediscover the meaning and purpose. Support transitions after major life changes. Provide career guidance, education, and mentorship. Offer tools that help people navigate their next chapter. The compass will guide people to the career programs, educational benefits, mentorship networks, and possible building activities. It will help people identify new missions, new passions, and new ways to serve. It will offer goal-setting tools. Look, there are things that interest you, that you have no idea that there are groups out there that get together and try to improve those things. We talk about how bad social media treats us, how much we allow social media to dictate our lives. Social media has been really good when it comes to connecting us with people with the same there's for me, for example, I've actually run across networks that are for metalheads like myself that are community conscious. That we get in there and we don't talk about, let's go barbecue the kitten and do all. No, this is, hey, how can we get together and help other people? We don't talk, we're not sitting there going, well, we're only going to go help other metalheads. No, what we're doing is trying to make sure that people understand that, not every metalhead you see is a freak. We kind of are, but still. We're out there doing what we enjoy. That's another one of the reasons why this exists, because I know what we do on the weekends as a biker community. We're out there every weekend raising money for someone who needs help. I wanted to bring that to the real people, you. Not the bikers aren't real people. They are kind of dreamy, though. Look, it'll connect people to volunteer opportunities that restore meaning in their lives. So many volunteer opportunities out there. Purpose is an anchor that keeps us steady in a storm. People deserve a future filled with meaning, not just memories. When the compass points west, we will help them find their next mission. And when all directions come together, north, east, south, and west, each direction matters. But the true power of the compass is how these directions work together. A person may need physical healing today, emotional support tomorrow, social connection the week after, and renewed sense of purpose the next month. The compass adapts. The compass guides. The compass meets people where they are and puts people where they need us to be. Tonight, we're not just launching a mission. We're building a movement. A movement that says people deserve care in every direction. People deserve a compass that always points towards hope. And together, we can build that compass. We will fill it with resources. We will fill it with stories. We will fill it with love. And with your help, we will make sure no one ever has to walk alone again. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you for understanding this mission. And I want to thank you for helping us build the Come Together Compass, a tool that will guide people from crisis to stability. And finally, bring them where they need to be. Bring them home. I encourage you to please reach out to me using my phone, using my email address, going to communitypayitforward.us and using the little chat bot. That goes directly to my cell phone. So you take and you ask any questions of that chat bot, and it'll come back to me. I will be the one that answers it, and I will get back to you as soon as humanly possible. Let me make sure of something. No blinking light. It looks like I was actually able to get through this video with very little mess ups. I know I got to go back and edit out a couple things, but that's just, me being me. So, again, your support is very dire. I need you to either scan this code or go to the link below. I'm going to link in the chat as well. And donate today. Every dollar donated is a location on the Wheel of Giving. Donate $5, you get 5 spins. 5 opportunities to win. 20 opportunities to win with a $20 donation. You can help the compass come to life. Before we leave, I've got one more video it's a heartfelt video, and I mean every single bit of it, including on if you are talking to me and it takes too long, I hope I don't have a box of chocolates in my hand.
Hello, everyone. We here at Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass, and the pACT Podcasting Networks have a special word for you. Thank you. Your participation lifted Mission for Healthy Heroes to all new heights. You watched, you participated, you helped us make a difference. I'm sorry the video was a little long.
Sorry, you give me a box of chocolates in 1 minute, I'm going to destroy that box of chocolates. It's just kind of the way it is. Please donate. Donate today. We need your help. Get us up to $150 and we'll draw for the blanket plus some more prizes. If you would like to donate some prizes for us to give away, please reach out to me. Zach, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us. Z-A-K at communitypayitforward.us. Please remember, if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. No one ever needs to go it alone when we all come together. My name is Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass, and pACT Podcasting Networks. Thank you so very much. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions. And folks, love each other. We're all we've got, and we need to stick together. Thank you so very much. And remember, never shut up, because silence has never helped anyone.
Every heartbeat tells a story.